The weather is getting nicer, but that also means that the heat is on its way. Plus, March is Pet Poison Prevention Month. So we're gonna give you a few pet safety tips to be able to help pets in our community, as well as your furry friends at home. That's coming up all right here on Pets on Parade. Good morning and welcome to Pets on Parade, brought to you by 3TV. I'm Kelsey Dickerson with the Arizona Humane Society. Thank you so much for tuning in with us this Saturday. Now, if you can believe it, and if you tuned in last week, Wiggly Willa is still looking for her forever home at our Papago Park campus. So if you fell in love but weren't sure, this is your chance to add her to your family. Plus, another gorgeous long-timer pup who we'll tell you all about in just a bit. Indy will be on your screen in person in no time. And da-da-da, ba-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da. I don't know if we're gonna have some copyright music there, but Rocky is definitely living up to his name, Linda.
This is the one, the only champion of your new heart, Rocky. He is a 16-week-old Australian Shepherd cattle dog mix, full of energy and obviously teething. Now, he came in from a hoarding situation with his brothers and sisters, and some of them in the litter did have parvo. So this little guy was treated for parvo, but never came down with it, fortunately. So we do emphasize the importance of our vaccine clinics. We have 2 locations, Sunny Slope and South Mountain, and our vaccination clinics are only $27. And I want to just reiterate, we do have a financial plan for some of you that may not be able to afford the vaccinations, but very important to remember too that all dogs 3 months and older that live in Maricopa County, it is required by law to have the rabies vaccination. So we ask you, please take advantage of our very inexpensive vaccinations. We also have the mobile clinics, and oh, he's very talkative. Just keep in mind that we will take care of things for you if you do have some financial problems. Anyway, this is Rocky saying, take me home to a prize-winning new house.
Yeah, and he said, vaccinate your pet or else. Thank you so much for that, Linda. And if you're a fan of the arts, then you're sure to love this litter of kitties named after some of the greats. But first, let's start with this little one. Who is this, Sula?
This little one is our new resident artist, and his name is Pollock. And he is just 6 weeks old. And even though he's named after a famous artist, the only masterpiece he can do is put all his wet food all over his face. So, but he is so tiny, so he needs to grow up a little bit more before getting ready for adoption. He is a masterpiece in the making. He needs to grow up and then get neutered, and then he will be ready for his forever home. But he is a great reminder that kitten season has officially started, and we need all your help. Whether you want to foster them or bring a group of friends to volunteer at the shelter, there's lots of things that you can do, from washing dogs to making treats to getting the foster things ready for people that are fostering. So go for more information at azhumane.org/volunteer.
Oh, it is such a wonderful way to be able to give back, and plus with all of your closest people. I love that. Thank you so much, Sula. And we want to give a big shout out to the Brewers for hosting the Arizona Humane Society. Little Pup Snow here even got to hang out in the clubhouse. How cool is that? And like we've been mentioning, we'll be at multiple spring training games throughout the season, and we want to thank everyone who stopped by at this one to say hi and show these pups some love. All of these little ones were adopted at the event, and if you want to get in on the cuteness while enjoying a nice game while the weather isn't too hot, you can visit azhumane.org/events. And you know what we love is little breeds, but what breed do we think this is, Lisa?
Oh, this is adorable 2-year-old Flint. He is, I have no idea, scruffy, fluffy, overgrown Chihuahua, something. But he is so very sweet and a little bit nervous. Luckily, Flint, somebody called in, concerned citizen, that they saw too many animals in someone's yard and they weren't being appropriately taken care of. Flint was one of those. There were 3 dogs and 2 cats. Our EAMTs went out, kind of checked out the situation, talked to the people who live there, and they did say they weren't able to care for all of those pets, and so they voluntarily surrendered Flint and his friends to the Humane Society. So this handsome boy is healthy. He just needed to be neutered, and now he's looking for a new home. But the things that Flint doesn't know about are leashes and that sort of thing, so you need to be patient about him. And keep in mind, if you do need vet services for your animal, and it's something that can be seen over our telemedicine, we do have 3 days a week now, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, I think. Go online to check our exact availability. We've had to cut down the hours a little bit because I'm sure many of you have heard about vet shortages. So we need, if there's any veterinarians out there or anybody's kid is a veterinarian, let them know. We are looking for people, another veterinarian, to do some of our telemedicine. It's a nice way to see patients, help out some of those in our community that can't get their animals in for a low-cost telemedicine visit. So until then, Flint will be on my lap, keeping me warm, and I'm telling him all about the great things in his future life to come. And what we do know is he's cat friendly too. So he had dogs and cats in his home. And if you're ready to give this little guy a chance, come on down and meet him. You won't regret it. He is super sweet.
Oh my goodness, he's all perched up. Absolutely, like he's on Pride Rock. I love that. Thank you so much, Lisa. And spring break most definitely is here for our little ones, and it's almost time for them to go on break as well. And you know what? They can help pets while enjoying the Arizona Humane Society, right, Janine?
That is correct. But first, I'm going to tell you about this little sweet peanut. This is Chica. She's 10 weeks old. She's a long-haired tabby. She came in from a Good Samaritan, brought her back in I think it was February, and she was very, she must have been like a stray outside because she really hadn't been handled by people very often. But the foster hero did a wonderful job, really, and she's coming into her own. She's really starting to be a lot more social. She's still a little bit scared, so anytime you have somebody that's, you know, brand new to kittens, you just have to give them love, time, and patience. And her being a long hair, you're going to need to invest in a slicker brush because this is what they're, I mean, especially just once a week, just get them used to just being brushed, simple, no big deal. And it keeps their coat luscious and full of life and not get all dry and tangled. So she's just going to make someone an awesome, beautiful, photogenic, beautiful kitty. But as Kelsey was saying about the spring camps, spring break camps, our kids, they need things to do, you know, and having them learn about animals and enriching our adoptable pets. They get to have puzzles with them and make treats for them and make toys. And it really teaches them what it is like to make a difference in animals' lives. And we're just so thrilled that we are be able to offer these to our young kids. And it's last call. You better go on azhumane.org/camps to register because the next one is starting next week. And they're going to have a blast. And they also get to interact with animals, our little animal teachers. So it's so fun for kids.
Oh my goodness, I wish that was around when I was that age. Thank you so much for that, Janine. And thanks to our EO team for doing that as well. And make sure to stay tuned. We have an absolutely gorgeous pup who cannot wait to meet you. We're going to introduce you to Indy when we come back. Welcome back to Pets on Parade. Now, we saw this little one before the break, and can you believe it? She is 4 years old, a little less than 50 pounds. She's a lot smaller in stature than I thought she was. This is absolutely gorgeous Indy. So she was rescued as a stray with puppies all the way back a few months ago, and she was taken into our maternity suites where she was found to be such a good mama. She was absolutely friendly with everyone. everyone, even while she was caring for her pups. But now it is her turn to be the baby of the home. Indy is one of our long-timer pups. Now, as we've been talking about, if you've been watching Pets on Parade for the last few months, we've really been trying to help feature our long-timer pets because unfortunately, some of our bigger dogs and some of our certain breeds, such as pit bull terriers, are sitting on the adoption floor a little bit longer than they used to. Now, this is not just a problem happening here in the Valley and in shelters and at the Arizona Humane Society, but this is something that's happening throughout the country. So if you are a big dog lover, whether you have space in your home or not, we really need you guys to help us advocate for pets just like Indy. Now, as you can tell, even though Indy is short in stature, she definitely has a lot of personality. She is very excited about the treats that are behind the camera right now. She wants some. And you know what? She is also very smart. Let's show her. Let's show everyone. Can you sit? Sit down. Look how smart this girl is. She has been an absolute angel when she's gone on field trips. She goes really well in the car. She does need to meet the whole family, including dogs, who she's seeing right now and she's very excited about. But as I said, look at her. She is such a huge cuddle bug. She loves talking. She kind of sounds like Yoda a little bit, or like a little Ewok, I would say. So if you're a Star Wars fan and a Pitty fan, then she's definitely the girl for you. Now, like I mentioned, Indy is definitely a little bit strong. She's very spirited. She loves going on adventures. So we would really love for her to be able to have an active family or a family with a big backyard that is dedicated to helping her be able to get all of her wiggles out and to be able to show off how smart she is. Now, Indy is available at our Papago Park location, so you can visit her in person and see how absolutely wonderful she is, or you can go online at azhumane.org/adopt right there. As you can see, that picture is very cute, but there's a lot of other pictures that you can scroll through to be able to see her personality. And two, we always say, do not judge a book by its cover. Come down to meet these pets in person, see their personality, and bring the whole family to ensure that it's not just a good fit for you, but it's a good fit for her as well. Now, please help us find Indy and Willow, who we saw earlier, their forever homes. And make sure to stay tuned right here because we have even more pets who are looking for their forever family. We'll tell you all about them when we come back. Welcome back to Pets on Parade. Now, I bet you guys didn't know that we have a really, really ridiculously good-looking model here in the studio with us. Please tell us about Zoolander, Janine.
Zoolander, look at this stunning little model of a orange tabby, 9 weeks old. He came in as a little stray that was underweight, had tummy issues. It was just a very unsocialized, and so he spent some time in our kitten ICU, and they got him back to health, and then he got to go to a foster hero home where that's where the magic happens, and he just learned everything to be a social kitty, and now look at him. He's purring like crazy. I wish you guys could feel his soft coat. He's just beautiful and spunky, but then he keeps wanting to crawl up into my hair and just like snuggle. He's just a great cat. And right now, it's last call. We are having our 6th annual Home in One golf tournament. It's April 10th, and there's just a few spots left. It's a great way to get out in the sun, to raise money for our homeless pets, to possibly win some fabulous cars. If you happen to get a home in the hole-in-one, that would be awesome. And it's just a great fun deal that we have started back in the pandemic time, where everyone had to be outside, and now it is just a huge event every single year. So now we're our 6th annual one, and we sell out every single time. So there's just, you can go on azhumane.org/golf to purchase your tickets, and it is just so fun. And we'll have adoptable puppies and kittens out there.
Yay! It is going to be a wonderful time, and it is set, like you said, set to sold out earlier this year than it ever has before. So make sure to get on it if you're wanting to be out there. And now, he may not be the size of the animal he's named after, but he has the spirit of one nonetheless. Lisa, I'll let you do the honors.
This is Moose. Moose is a purebred cattle dog, and he is just 10 months old. He is adorable, super friendly to all people. He thinks everyone loves him, dogs, cats, people. super excited. But unfortunately for little 10-month-old Moose, that's what ended him up here at the Arizona Humane Society. His owners loved him very much, but he was just simply too much for them. He's not big, he's only 37 pounds, but he is a handful. He's a cattle dog. So please, when you are looking at dogs, don't just look at the cover. Find out a little bit about the breed, and anyone at our shelter can help you out with that. This guy's active, always on the move, always on the go, happy, playful, gonna want to go on walks, fetch, whatever you got, this guy's got it. So always research your breed, because even though he's stinking adorable, if you're not a super active person, he's probably not going to be a great fit. But trust me, there are cattle dog lovers out there that will be waiting at our door to adopt this handsome boy. And there are so many ways that you can help the Arizona Humane Society, but our wonderful partners at Hill's Pet Nutrition are making it just that much easier for you. If you donate $10, it turns into $20. They are doubling donations up to $20,000. So it makes it a great way for your dollars to go twice as far if you want to help the animals. If you donate now, Hill's Pet Nutrition is going to match your donation up to $20,000. So please, if you're thinking about it, now is a great time. And if you're thinking about adding this active little munchkin to your life, come on down. At 10 months old, this purebred cattle dog won't be here long.
Oh my goodness, absolutely gorgeous. And you know what, Moose? I believe in you. You are as big as a moose. I believe it. And now, do you remember Sweet Howie, our special needs Labrador? Well, unfortunately, we're still looking for his perfect forever home. As well, in our care, we found out that he does prefer to be the only dog in his future home. So he also needs a home that understands that while he has energy now, he is suffering from progressive arthritis and hip dysplasia that will get worse over time and will need limited exercise or low impact exercise like swimming in the pool. If interested in learning more about him or applying for the sweet boy, you can visit azhumane.org/Howie, and let me tell you, he is the sweetest, sweetest boy. If I could take him home, I absolutely would. We know that there is the perfect home for him out there. And we introduced you to Pollock earlier in the show, and now it's time for another artista. Who is this, Sula?
This one is Warhol, and he is Pollock's brother. And they were brought to the Humane Society last week by a Good Samaritan. They are so tiny. Look, they are the size of this toy. And they need to grow a little bit more before they get put back on the floor for adoption. But he is so nice. He's holding himself to the toy that is so cute. And I wanted to let you know that March is Pet Poison Prevention Month. So here, Pollock and Warhol, Andy Warhol, they want to remind you to check your studio, your own studio, for toxins like plants, household plants, cleaners, and some food that can be really poison to these curious little guys. So please go to see what things are good and what things are bad at azhumane.org/blog.
Absolutely. It's a great reminder that there's so many things all around our house that can be potentially dangerous. So thank you for that, Sula. And it's crazy to say, but the heat is already here and it's just going to continue to get worse, unfortunately. And we want to make sure our pets are safe. But first, who is this absolute lady? Two ladies in pink. I love it.
This gorgeous black lab mix is London, and she's about a year old. And she's still very, very young. She's very hyper and really full of energy. She was hit by a car, and she did have some pretty severe injuries. And we think that she might still have a little residual effects from the injuries. So we asked the person that decides that they want to take her to their home, just keep in mind that regular vet visits will be very, very important. Now, again, London was hit by a car. And also, I was going to point out, besides the injuries, she's black. And in the heat, the black fur tends to warm up a lot faster than other pets. So we remind you, if you leave your pet or child in the car, within 10 minutes, the car can heat up 20 degrees. And within 1 hour, it can be over 150 degrees in the car, which means that it's hyperthermia and basically too much heat on the body and basically they pass away from the heat. It's heat stroke. So keep in mind, please, even though it's 70 degrees outside, within 10 minutes it could be 90, within an hour it could be 150 degrees. Keep this in mind, never leave a pet or a child or even an adult in the car. So remember, keep us safe, keep us cool, and everyone just take care of your pets this summer.
Absolutely. It is so avoidable, and unfortunately we see cases that are preventable every single year. So everyone, please do your part. And it's almost time for our last kitty artist of the show. This one's namesake loved painting landscapes and water lilies. Let's see if you can guess his name when we come back. Welcome back to Pets on Parade. Now, whether you love it or you hate it, we all got a grocery shop. But you know what? AJ's is making it a lot more fun, right, ladies? But first, who is this little cutie, Linda?
This is Kansas, and we're trying to find his little face. I hope you can see his little face buried under all that fur. He was hit by a car, and believe it or not, the person that found him dropped him off at someone's doorstep with a note saying that he was hit by a car, and they didn't know how bad the injuries were, but apparently he did have a pretty bad pelvic injury, and he's doing great now. He's super friendly, very social, he likes to play, he's very outgoing, and he's just enjoying being here in the studio with everyone. And we would like to share again with our shopping list and all the fun stuff that we can find at AJ's. Sula is going to tell us all about all the advantages of that.
Exactly. Who doesn't love AJ's? I love AJ's. They have a bunch of really nice gourmet food and everything I need for my grocery list. So when you go there, the best thing is that now you can buy your grocery and save a life at the same time. You can go to checkout, and then at checkout you can donate any amount that you would like, and that goes to help pets at the Arizona Humane Society. So buy your groceries and save a life. For more information, go to achumane.org/events.
Oh my goodness, we absolutely love that promotion. You know what? Go get an iced tea, and then you can donate there too. Thank you so much for that, ladies. And now we asked before the break if you could guess our last artist kitty's name. We gave a little hint that, you know, they like landscapes, water lilies. Who is this, Lisa?
Well, this is our famous artist, Monet. So this sweet little munchkin is only 6 weeks old, so he is what I call almost ready for adoption. He came in and was brought in by a Good Samaritan, underweight and underage. So since him and his little friend are so close to being ready for adoption, we are going to keep them at the Humane Society. They won't go into foster while they eat a little bit extra, which has been no problem. This little handsome guy has been gobbling up everything we put in his kennel, and he has been happy, healthy, soaking in all the love from the volunteers. And so in a week or two, once they make weight, they will go back through our hospital to see our veterinarians, and then after that, they will be ready for adoption. So if you want to come down and meet them, they will be ready soon, and Janine's going to tell you about some exciting things going on at Papago Park.
Yes, March 20th, you have to come down because guess what? The Arizona Cardinals, the football players, are going to be there from 2 to 4, and they'll be snuggling with our puppies and kittens, and it's going to be a fun time for everybody. And you can probably get your picture taken with them, and it's just a great way to just really see what the shelter's all about. There'll be some tours that you can really understand all the work that we do there, and also you know, you probably will find your forever family member there because there's so many to choose from, and they're just a plethora of animals of all shapes, sizes, breeds, whatever. There's something for everyone out there. So just come down on March 20th on Friday.
Oh my gosh, we absolutely love our local teams giving back locally, and we are so grateful for all of you. And speaking of all types of breeds, we just want to bring Howie back to reiterate just what a special boy he truly is. please, lab lovers out there, please consider either learning more about him or spreading the information about him, because we have opened up his application again. It's going to have updated information about how he needs to be the only dog and to not be fooled by his energy and wiggly body and his like high spirits right now, because he will need to be cared for throughout his life. And we want to try to elongate that life as much as we can by caring for his joints and arthritis. We couldn't care for pets like Howie without your support, and we couldn't be here every week without our absolutely adorable pets. Thank you so much for tuning in with us. We'll be right here next week for another adorable and life-saving Pets on Parade.